Starting it. We live.
We are live and direct from Miami, Florida. Good evening, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Good. How's
Oh my god.
Hi.
Hello.
Good morning. Well, it's 1:43, so it's basically morning.
Yeah, it is morning.
Good morning, everybody.
So if I yawn, I'm sorry. It's late.
It's not late.
Yes, it is. It's 1:43.
Oh, okay, jeez. Okay, all right. So, the reason of this little podcast here is because we have been talking a lot about stuff that we argue sometimes.
We don't argue. We discuss. We have.
Yes, we discuss.
We have intense discussions.
Okay. Like what?
We talk about everything. We talk about music. We talk about gender roles. We talk about
Okay.
movies.
Let me get your thought on one thing. Let's talk about music.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Yes. What was the band that you like and you just stopped liking it? For like no reason at all.
For no reason?
For no reason at all.
I don't know. I can't think of one right now. A band?
No, like, a singer or I don't know, but just that like you didn't like them, like, oh, like you didn't pay attention to it afterwards.
That I stopped paying attention to.
Yeah.
Okay. The Fray. That's a group.
Why?
I don't know. You just said
No,
I don't
no.
have to know.
Huh?
You just said I don't have to know why that it just stopped.
No, like what made you stop listening to them? Like,
well, because I don't know. I really don't know. I just lost interest. I guess none of their songs were sounding the same. They just took a while to come back, so I just lost track. So I never went back.
Okay, so how about Christian music?
Christian music.
Like one that you were really hooked, and then you went like, oh, that's it now.
Hillsong.
Why? Was it because of the whole thing
What they?
that we watched?
No, it was before that actually.
Oh, okay.
It was before that. I don't know. Their music, I was hearing a change in their music. And it just wasn't... I don't know. It wasn't hitting home for me. So I just kind of stopped listening. And then that's when I started hearing all these things about what's going on.
Was it about because of the Bad Bunny thing?
What Bad Bunny thing?
That's
No, that's
that?
Maverick City.
Oh, I confused them. Sorry.
That's the Maverick City.
Okay.
That's a different story and different subject.
Oh, okay,
that-
okay. All right, okay.
I don't want to unfold.
Okay, but the main reason of this is because you recently watched what?
Woman King. Sorry, I was yawning.
Woman King. Sorry.
Woman King.
I didn't watch it. I don't know why, but she did watch the whole 2 hours.
I did. Without
which
falling asleep.
I was surprised.
Well, the movie was actually very good.
Can you tell everyone what it was about?
So, it's about a tribe that's basically standing their ground to protect their people from the slave trade. And then there's a story within that,
Okay.
which is about the Woman King.
Okay.
So, a lot of people think it's about a woman replacing a king, and it's not that.
Okay, gotcha.
A lot of people think, oh, it's, she's being like, now a woman is a king and blah, blah. But that's not.
That's not the case.
That's not what the movie's wholly about. It's not completely about that.
Well, I can tell that she stayed there watching it from what? From like 9?
No, I started at 10
At
and it finished like
10?
at 12. 12
So
something.
she really stayed all 2 hours watching it.
Almost 1, actually.
Huh?
It was almost 1,
It was
actually.
almost 1.
Mm-hmm.
So now and then we started talking about what's the equal thing, right? About women and men.
Yeah, like why women and men aren't equal, or why people don't see or can't see women in leadership roles and stuff like that.
And what's your opinion about that? Be free. This is a free thing. Nobody's gonna judge you. None. You can be free.
So the comment that I said was that the woman, when God created man, right? He created him out of dirt and whatever, right? In his image. And then the woman, he created her out of the man's rib. So he didn't get the man's toe or the skin from the bottom of his foot to create the woman. He created a rib, meaning ribs are on your sides.
Okay.
So that means that this is somebody that's supposed to be by your side. She was created as a companion. So no one should be above or below. We're all equal in God's eyes.
Okay.
Now, this is where it gets a little, I don't want to say tricky, but it gets a little, I guess complicated, whatever. You can interpret however you want. But we all have roles that we need to fulfill. And there are some ideal roles for men, and there are some ideal roles for women. There are things that women do better than men, and things that men do better than women.
Like?
I would say, you know what's crazy? Men usually, when men know how to cook, they cook better than women. They do.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not your case, but
wow.
It's not your case. But I don't know. Like, for example, let's say, and I guess because I work with that, right? Being nurturers, women, that's something that's embedded in us. Yeah. You know what I mean? Being love. Not saying that fathers can't be loving towards their kids. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. But it's a different exactly right, because of that bond that when we have. That's our role. Our role is to create life. Men assist us with that, but we are bearers of life. We carry life. And that's something that a man can't do.
Yeah, sure.
So, you know, that's what I'm saying, that we all have roles that we are meant to fulfill. It wouldn't be fair, and, you know, maybe because, I'm old school, whatever, but it wouldn't be fair for a woman to be a provider, a bearer of life, you know, the protector of the home, and blah, blah, blah. She's doing everything. When in reality, okay, if she's the one bearing the children and taking care of the children, then you should be the provider, exactly, right? But now, is that always the case? No. We understand that we don't live in the perfect world. But that's like, for example, with leadership. Going back to the topic we were talking about, where the whole woman king came into whatever. Usually, people prefer men to be leaders. Yeah. And that it is biblical. It is. Us women, because of, you know, the sin that was committed in the Garden of Eden, you know, it says it. We're always gonna, you know, chase after men. And, you know, we'll always want to be equal, but that's not the case. You know, we'll always be behind or after or whatever the case may be. But in reality, we have to understand that, yes, you know, God intended for men to lead. You know, usually we're talking in the Bible, it says men, not women. And when instead of saying all people, it says all men. But that does not mean, that God excluded the possibility of women being leaders. Because you have people like Deborah, even though, you know, sorry, I got distracted. You have Deborah. Then you have Esther. Even though, that's what I was trying to say. That's why I said even though she wasn't the lead role in that story, she was a leader for her people. So that's something to consider. That's something to keep in mind. You know, so were there many? No. Were there many stories? But it doesn't mean that it's not possible. Women are meant to lead, especially in roles that call for women to lead. You know, especially for, you have single mothers. Those are circumstances that women will have to lead their household. And, you know, or vice versa. Let's say you have a single father. Well, he's going to have to be that nurturer. He's going to have to fulfill that role. So I just think that we're so quick to label and say, oh, God wants this, God wants that. But you're limiting his power and you're limiting, you know, what he has created. He created us at his image. He didn't create us in the image of man. He didn't create us when he created women. That included women being created in his image, not just man being created in his image. So it's like, so at the end of the day, yeah, we could talk about it, but at the end of the day, if God wants a person to be a leader, man or woman, then that's what it's gonna be. That's who it's gonna be.
Okay,
I think we're so hung up on what gender or whatever, but what's the issue and how's it gonna be resolved? I think we're paying attention to the wrong things.
And that's my thing now, is the whole gender thing. As I said, I don't care. I'm not gonna curse, but I'm gonna be honest. But that pissed me off.
What?
The whole gender.
Like,
thing.
what about it? What gender?
God just created a man and a woman. There's no they, them, non-binary.
Oh, you're talking about the...
Yeah, no. I'm sorry, but no. I feel like God just... He has the woman and the man.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we just now start having holidays about the pronouns? What? Now they ask you for that with me that doesn't settle.
Yeah.
I don't have any hate against them or whatever they want to be called. But for me, if you was born as a man, you are a man. If you're born as a woman, you are a woman.
Yeah.
There's no reason for you to keep changing what God created.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I guess the way I would look at it would be, it could be offensive to others, you know, and it's not my intention, but at the end of the day, yes, you could be born as a man, right, and feel like a woman, but there's a lot of different, but that doesn't make it okay.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? In the sense, like, you know, there is a such thing as mental health issues. And when there's a disbalance, a chemical disbalance in your brain, you know, that causes mental health. And sometimes feeling a certain way or having certain traumas or going through certain experiences opens the door to stuff like that.
Which I get it. I do.
So, I mean, I'm not completely disregarding that thought or whatever the case may be, because it is what it is. That's how they feel. That's between them and God. But not that I agree with it. I don't agree with it. I think it's, you know, it's a tactic that the enemy is using to confuse not only the world, but the thing is that it's confusing children.
It's being exposed to children.
Exactly right. So, and that's what makes it scary, because now you have these kids looking up to these idols or looking up to these celebrities or looking up to people, or even in the classroom being, you know, seeing that their teacher, let's say, is Miss, I don't know, Miss,
I did saw a video
Miss
about
Lynn.
that.
Miss Lynn, but her pronoun is he, they, and them. Like, it's like, what?
No, I did see a video about that there's a teacher, right? And her pronouns was mix. So they couldn't call it Miss or Miss, it was mix. M-I-X.
Mm-hmm.
I was so confused.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And you have, and the thing is that it's really impacting kids. And it's to the point that now they're starting this big movement that, you know, is clouding a lot, you know, the judgment of kids. And that's really sad. But at the end of the day, this is what I tell people all the time. You can have a sex change. You can, you know, go under surgery. But at the end of the day, God forbid. No, I'm just saying, God forbid. Let's say you were to, I don't want to say get kidnapped or whatever. Let's say you were driving on a mountain, let's say, and your car fall off the cliff. They don't find your body until days later, to the point that you're decomposed. They're gonna pull that skeleton, and they're based on the skeletal, the composition of that skeleton, they're gonna determine if it's a man or a woman. no matter what surgery you had, no matter what's that called? Lord, bring it back, Lord. No matter what hormones they take.
Oh, I thought it was pronouns.
No. No matter what hormones they take, at the end of the day, when it comes to looking at your bone structure, your teeth, and all that stuff, when they try to identify you, they're going to identify you as male or woman.
Yeah.
Not he, she, they, or
No, of course,
him, her, or non-binary. That's ridiculous. And then this non-binary is such a slap in the face to, you know, and I'm going to take it, not saying to men, because, well, yeah, it's a slap in the face to men, but more so to women in a sense. And the only reason why I say more to women is because a lot of these people, you have men that are non-binary, right, posing with fake stomachs, as if they were pregnant.
We don't know.
Sam Smith. So it's like, yeah, you have these artists doing that, and that's so disrespectful. It is highly disrespectful. It's one thing dressing like a man, like a girl dressing like a man, right? But another thing is, you know,
full-blown pregnancy.
Yeah, exactly right. You know, I would take it a step further, but it's highly inappropriate and it's not for this channel. And
that's why it's called No One Is Safe.
I'm not gonna get to that level.
Oh, you should get to that level. We all want to see you get to that level.
No, because it's like, why, Kathy? Why are you talking about that?
Yes, we are. Come on, let's go. It's called No One Is Safe for a reason.
Oh, I'm safe.
Well.
No. It's really not that significant, but it's just at the end of the day, it's just. What your anatomy is, that's what it is. Yeah. No matter what. You can go through any changes. You can do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, when it boils down to the truth, when it comes to your reproductive organs, it's going to show whether you're a man or a woman. No matter what surgery you've taken. And science, yes, it's evolving and it's improving and blah, blah. But
we look like Pokemons at this point.
Pokemon, because we're evolving?
Yes. We look like the whole coronavirus.
Oh, Jesus. But, yeah, no. I just think that it's ridiculous. And to each his own, in the sense, like, you know, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But that's not the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the fact is, again, if they look at you, if they look at your structure and how you are from within, it's gonna speak the truth. You can do all the changes in the world. That's like, for example, plastic surgery.
Yeah.
When you die or when that person dies, that's gonna sit there. But for the most part, the person doing the autopsy is gonna know that's an addition. That person in the autopsy is gonna know, hey, this was touched or this was changed or whatever.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, when they have to identify you, they're gonna put who you are, or if they have to identify if anything was added.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't read autopsies and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure
they do. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they see all that stuff.
Yeah.
If they could tell that somebody died from blunt force trauma or something like that, or not even internal. Sorry.
No, wait, no.
If they see that somebody suffered internal bleeding or whatever, like they could tell how somebody dies.
Yeah.
And it's not, how I say it, it's not something that's clear to our eyes. It's clear to them because they study that and they know, you know, how to look for and what to look for or whatever. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is the truth is the truth. What you was born with, that's what you got.
That's right.
And that's who you are.
And
sorry.
And that's where we're gonna end it. Wow. Okay. You went off.
Yeah.
You went off for 20 minutes. Any topics for the next one?
I don't know. That's your job. That's your job.
You know,
I just respond.
I have one, and it's gonna be very interesting, and it is about the whole my rights stuff. I've been watching a lot of videos about that. It pissed me off. I feel like I've been disrespected as an American.
They've disrespected your rights?
Yes. But
I can't stand that subject. I'm not gonna it gets me upset.
Yeah, it's like
I get aggravated.
If they ask for your ID, just give it to him.
Okay, save
yes,
it.
You know what? Thank you for listening to a little rant.
Yes, thank you very much.
thank you very much. How she said it. Video. This video I don't know when it's gonna be uploaded yet because I have to edit a few stuff out. But it's gonna be uploaded to YouTube, at least Instagram, TikTok half of the parts, Instagram stories half of the part. So yeah.
Oh wow, you have a lot of work.
No, you just use the same clip.
Oh okay.
Yes. So thank you guys. They hit the 20-minute mark. Thank you.
All right. Good night, everybody.
We're not gonna be ranting for our Friday Bible study. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna keep that to the side.
Yeah, we started it, but we had to stop it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna redo it.
Yes, we were testing it out. Well, thank you. I'm Ramon.
And I'm Kathy.
And see you guys later.
Bye bye.
Bye. Starting.